Teppy, what are you doing with that pork?
I'm wrapping it in papyrus to preserve it.
You think papyrus will stop flies? Might as well write them an invitation.
Fine, I'll bury it in the sand nice and cool.
And by tomorrow, the jackals will be hosting a barbecue.
Then I'll hang it from the ceiling.
Great idea. That way, the vultures don't even have to land to steal it.
You're impossible, Nefrit.
No, Teppy, you're impossible. Let's eat the pork before it becomes a pharaoh's curse.
Fine, but if I starve tomorrow, I'm haunting you.
If you starve, it'll be because you spend all day arguing instead of eating.
Hello friends. Sometimes, the best way to preserve food is to eat it right away. Hee hee hee. Make sure to subscribe. Let's go.
In today's world, we rarely think about how life was before refrigerators. These appliances keep our food fresh and drinks cool, making life convenient. But before refrigeration was invented, people still found ingenious ways to preserve their food. The refrigerator, as we know it, was patented in 1899 by American inventor Albert T. Marshall. He introduced the science of evaporation to cool food and drinks. But how did ancient civilizations preserve their essential food supplies? Let's dive into some fascinating examples. Native American tribes, nomadic necessity. Native Americans, often on the move, relied on simple yet effective methods. Corn was sliced into strips and dried under the sun on flat rocks. Meat and fish were smoked or dried on racks made of branches placed over small fires. These methods ensured food could be stored and carried for long journeys. Pioneers of the Old West, survival under harsh conditions. Life was tough for pioneers crossing the American plains. Hot summers and bitter winters made preserving food essential. They used natural salt deposits to cure food, and honey, known for its antibacterial properties, could preserve food for years. Staples like dried meat, fruit, hard cheese, salted pork, and beans were easy to transport and lasted long on their arduous journeys. The Romans, masters of innovation. The Romans, famous for their engineering skills, also excelled in food storage. They used containers like barrels, amphorae, and clay pots buried under sand or submerged in water for a cooling effect. Snow was another clever tool. It was packed into deep pits to insulate food and wine, keeping them fresh for longer. Ancient Egypt, pioneers of preservation. The Egyptians were among the first to master food preservation techniques. Meat, a vital source of protein, was dried, salted, and smoked to prevent spoilage. These methods removed moisture, stopping bacteria from growing. Grains, another key food source, were stored in massive silos to ensure long-term supply. Grains were so essential that they even played a part in making beer, a staple drink in ancient Egypt. The importance of preservation. Preserving food has always been vital for survival. Ancient techniques like salting, drying, and smoking were the foundation of food storage, ensuring extra resources and preventing waste. Today, we enjoy the luxury of modern refrigerators, but it's fascinating to see how creative our ancestors were in keeping their food fresh. If you enjoyed this trip through history, don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories from the past.